New Zealand was never just a country. It was an isolation. A storm-battered pair of islands at the edge of the earth where the oceans, mountains, mud, rain and silence shaped a certain kind of human being. The land created the culture. The long roads, the small towns, the hard winters down south, the wild coasts, the farming communities, generations of people born on these islands, shaped by the same winds, the same struggles, the same distance from the rest of the world, until something entirely unique was formed here. Not British, not Australian, not American. Kiwi. A distinct people born from this land itself. New Zealanders became people who say hello to strangers, who help pull cars out of ditches, who stop for the broken down travellers, who stand barefoot in the dairies, who joke about hardship, who value freedom, humility and fairness over status and power. That culture did not appear overnight. It was carved slowly out of the landscape over generations. The land made us softer in some ways and tougher in others. Far away from the noise of the world, New Zealand developed its own rhythm, its own personality, its own soul. And people are allowed to fear losing that. Not because they hate others, not because they think they are superior, but because once a culture disappears, it never comes back. All over the world we are watching ancient national identities dissolve into global sameness. Cities losing their soul, communities becoming temporary, consumerism replacing belonging, politics replacing identity, and countries forgetting what made them different in the first place. People do not want New Zealand to become another economic zone with no identity beyond population growth and endless expansion. We are one of the last places on earth that still feels human, still grounded, still humble, still connected to nature, still connected to each other. And New Zealanders should never be shamed for loving that deeply enough to want to protect it. Because culture is not just a food, flag, or a festival. Culture is behaviour. It's attitude, humour, values, and energy. The unwritten understanding between people who are raised by the same land and the same way of life. That is what many New Zealanders are afraid of losing. Not different people existing, not cultures living alongside one another, but the disappearance of the uniquely Kiwi spirit that made this place unlike anywhere else on earth. A spirit born from isolation, from hardship, from nature, from generations of people who become indigenous to this land simply by living, struggling, and building their lives upon it together. And once something like that has disappeared, the world does not give it back.